Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. EA just dropped an SBC that I think is 100% a skip because the cards that everybody is chasing from it will be so much easier to pack very soon in this game. I'll explain what I mean in a little bit. Also, guys, we have the best game mode of FC26 coming back today, hopefully giving us some good rewards with packs, evos, and Footies tokens. Guys, we are still very slow off the start of this Footies token campaign for this week. We only have 370 possible tokens that you could have right now. We need to be getting more from the gauntlet today and hopefully some other really good rewards with it. We're going to take a look at that, and I have a cheeky little hack for you guys today that'll easily make you 50,000 coins. Yes, you heard that correctly, because of the prices of some specific cards on the market. I wanted to open this player pick here so I can actually show you that when I go into the store in a second. We'll pick up a little 94 Phenoms card right there. Anyway, guys, if you're excited for this one today, drop a thumbs up to the video, hype the video, and subscribe if you are new. Now, let's begin by looking back over yesterday's Sunday content with an objective that you might have missed because it's kind of hidden inside of the Journey of Nations tab. It is Les Bleus, a new objective just like we had for the Argentinian, the Brazilian, and the German objectives, where you play 2 games of squad battles, 1 game on beginner, scoring 30 goals in 1 game, and then another game on ultimate, conceding 3 or less goals by just completely parking the bus against the French team that is the featured squad in squad battles, and you get yourself a lone Zidane, but more importantly, a whole bunch of good player picks, 86 2 of 10 player picks, and then the group reward being an 89 plus 2 of 6. So if you get a couple of minutes to play 2 games of squad battles, that can give you some very, very nice fodder. Now, beyond that, we had a new Evo and a couple of new SBCs yesterday. The Evo was another one that just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Like, EA's honestly just having some banter here is what they're doing, from miss to ice, and they're showing Gabriel as the example player for this Evo because if you read the description, from shaky spot kick moments to ice cold finishes, this Evo boosts penalties and composure for a taker who steps up calmer the next time. This gives a plus 45 penalty boost, which basically caps you out at 99 for a lot of these players. But the problem is, it boosts your overall plus 3. Like, this is a funny Evo for sure, but why is this boosting the overall of your card? There is no way I'm putting a card like Eden Hazard into this, getting a small composure boost and then a huge penalties boost. There's no way I'm doing that to take him up to a 95 rated and not allow him to fit into any other Evos. Like, this is a funny Evo, right? There's a lot of banter. Gabriel, you could say Jonathan Tah could fit into this as well, but at the same time, why is it going up plus 3? That really does not make a lot of sense. It does give a little bit of a shooting boost around the rest of the card and does take your weak foot to 5-star skills. I mean, that is a nice composure boost and a crazy penalties boost, obviously, but that's a stat that is not that important. Otherwise, Evos beyond that are cooking right now. I mean, you take a look at the popular Evos page in Footbin, I still cannot believe that this Jolinton is possible to make, and his Foot birthday card just continues to go up in price because of this 240,000 coins now, when he was 97k just 3 days ago. These popular chains for these players can pull up prices at any moment. Look at the SBC Dino, which, by the way, is free in objective still. This is an Evo you can complete right now, too, with 97 pace, shooting, passing, and dribbling. That Unstoppable Force Evo at level 2 is such a great one. Just make sure you don't use too many of the 5 repeats on that Evo just yet, because I think that's going to be a very, very useful evolution even as we go throughout the rest of this season, because it does not limit playstyle pluses on the players that you can put into it. Now, to yesterday's SBC content, where really it got my mind thinking, was the Ibrahim Mbaye SBC. This one was not the SBC that got my mind thinking here, but 4-star, the PSG youngster, 94 rated, so he will fit Evos. He kind of needs to be usable, if we're being completely honest. At least he is cheap with 2 squads, being a 90 and a 90, which is crazy to say that's cheap, but that's only 59,000 coins for how cheap fodder is and how easily it is to get that done. So if you want that card, there it is. But this is the SBC that got me thinking. A 90 plus summer Tournament Historical Nations Upgrade Pack. This gives one icon or hero rated 90 or higher, released before April 17th. Guys, icon packs and hero packs have been irrelevant in this game for a long time, like probably going back months now, maybe even to like Foot Birthday. That might have been the last time that I cared about an icon or hero pack or player pick. The only reason to open this right now is if you're chasing after cards for Evos, right? It is cheap. It's an 85 and it's an 86 rated squad, but I think this SBC is 100% a skip. Now, I'm saying that, and I'm actually going to open one of them for you guys today in the video because I'm curious to see how bad it actually is going to be. What are your actual odds from all of the icons and heroes that were in this to actually get a Zlatan, a Hullet, Maradona, Eusebio, Dino, or Bale? And speaking of at least 3 of these players, if you pack one of these 3, like Zlatan, Bale, and Eusebio at 93, 94 rated, what are you looking to do with that card? Evo it. Really, that's what this pack is for. Trying to pack an icon or hero that is good that you would want to Evo. Like, sure, this Gareth Bale is 2 million coins, and that'd be a great card to pack so that you could potentially Evo him. But that's what got me thinking. As I open this pack, I'm getting a striker, a Dutch. This looks like a Trophy Titans. That's probably going to be like Kluivert. Yeah, 94 shooting with precision header plus. I think we called that. That is 94 Kluivert. Okay, wow. That actually could have been a lot lower rated. I guess we'll take that, but that's going nowhere near my team, and I don't think that's a good SBC to complete. But that's the reason to complete it, is to try to get cards that would fit into evolutions. However, we are just 10 days away, 12 days away, if we're doing the math. I guess it's technically 11. 2 weeks away, a little less than that, from this. Footies coming out, and all the cards, or a lot of the cards that you're maybe wanting to pack from that pack, just getting re-released back into packs. And cards like this Bale, if we're going to keep using him as the example, that will be re-released in packs and then get absolutely crushed in value. Like, this guy's 2 mil right now. He's probably going to be 500K, if not less than that, if he gets re-released into packs when Footies comes out. And we are less than 2 weeks away from this. Like I mentioned, this is what the fun of Footies is going to bring. The potential to Evo those players that have been super expensive for a long time, if we're talking about icons, heroes, and other promo cards as well. Now, I know that like Foot Birthday cards and some of the promos that from earlier on in the year had huge and crazy price spikes because we could not undo Evos if you put a tradable player into an evolution. Well, now we can, so that's kind of controlled some of those prices. Like, I remember the Scream Rafael Leao had absolutely ridiculous price movements. He's still 360,000 coins, but if you look at his price all time, the bro was 1.9 mil back in May, and then the Evo undo with allowing to your card to become tradable again happened. He went from 1.8 mil down to 200,000 coins, but still for a lot of icons like that Gareth Bale, like that Eusebio, they're pretty expensive because just now they're starting to fit evolutions, and that actually brings up the demand for those cards. But I'm just mentioning this in the video today because if there's any card, and there's plenty for me that I would love to pack that were released earlier on in the year, that you are trying to pack to then Evo, this is just an example of the first batch of re-release cards that we had last year during Footies. It was 156 cards. There were 6 Team of the Seasons in it. There was, looks like, no Team of the Weeks. And there was a lot of icons and a lot of heroes. There's Joe Cole in there. And there's, obviously, you can see the icons. Carlos Alberto, Luis Hernandez, Van Nistelrooy, Lampard. Of course, this is the super fun time of the year when you open an 85 by 10 and it's got like 10 different special cards in it. That's one of the main reasons to grind the packs during the Footies promo. But it just makes this SBC really right now, there's no reason to complete it. Like, there really is not. Even though it's just an 85 and an 86 rated squad, what this is kind of doing is taking your fodder away when you could use it elsewhere right now, when it's going to be so easy to pack all these icons and heroes that you want to Evo. I want to Evo as well. I would love to pack this Zlatan and then Evo him, but I'm not going to chase this 90-plus pack to try to get him because I know that he's probably getting re-released and might even get a 99 during Footies in the next couple of weeks. And it's just not worth my time or my stress to try to pack that card right now. So that's what I wanted to point out today. Also, I feel like we're getting a later start to Footies this year because of the World Cup. I saw this tweet yesterday from Chem Expert. He said this was exactly 1 year ago yesterday. Crazy difference. He was putting out a guide on how to grind Footies packs. We had an 83 plus pick, an 84-10, an 87 plus pick. Like, we were doing upgrade pack grinds for Footies And it was a year ago right now. We're still, like I said, kind of 10, 11 days away from footies coming out after we have the rest of this Phenoms promo, then the Summer Stars promo. Then we actually get the footies, we think. That's kind of crazy how late we are starting that promo this year. I think I'm ready for this, though. I will say, like I said it earlier this week, last weekend, I guess technically now, but the pack grind is good, but I think it just needs to be better. I think we're getting to that point where we're ready for silly season with just oodles of cards and packs, crazy packs to open, and it just unlocks another level of fun and grind on this game. I'm still looking forward to the Summer Stars promo this weekend, 100% on Friday, but again, not to get too far ahead of ourselves, I'm just ready for kind of the end game footies sort of grind. Now, before we get there, of course, I do want to look at this Phenoms team and just talk market for a quick second. Guys, these cards are in demand, especially because of the gauntlet today. I think some of these cards are going to be good to trade with. I picked up a couple of Cherokees at like 80,000 coins. I mean, he started the day yesterday upwards of around 100K and he kind of dropped off. If you take a look at most of these cards, they did drop. Van de Ven's 228. This is just like, you know, if you want to get involved, a little bit of a flip, buy these early today and then sell them in the morning. Like kind of here you saw for Van de Ven yesterday, 247 up to 280, went down to 220, still is. You might go to like 250 or 260 today. I bought some Diamantes at 315 because yesterday, I mean, he was down at like 360, went up to 390, and then dropped a good bit. So I'm not putting a ton of coins into these cards, but just a couple of quick flips there. Other than that, get on bids, right? My Erling Haaland is getting cooked right now, kind of like we talked about in yesterday's video. The Summer Stars promo is going to bring another special variant for a lot of those players that have been performing well, especially since they're big names, right? The big names have showed up during this World Cup. It's going to bring new special cards for those guys. So that is why that Haaland card is down. I'm going to have to take some losses there. Trading with this version of Haaland, though, to try and make some coins back, bids, guys. If you want to work the market right now, bids and just flips are so easy. The cards are literally printing you money. Now, speaking of printing you money, I mentioned that there was a little pack method at the beginning of the video. Check this out. I had not checked the price of Team of the Week cards in ages because I have been doing so many 84 plus Team of the Week upgrades because they're so easy to do. You don't need to buy Team of the Weeks right now. It just basically takes some of the time out of the process. And with that icon pack coming out yesterday requiring Team of the Weeks and Team of the Seasons inside of it, all Team of the Week cards are like 34,000 coins right now. A couple of them get listed up at 30K, but that's where we're at. And they even sell for more than that around the content drop time. When I saw that, I said, hold up, wait a minute. We have a Team of the Week provisions pack that is still in the store that costs 50K, but it gives you 3 Team of the Weeks and it's untradeable. How did I not see that? Okay, so you can't make coins off of this. I digress. For some reason, I thought that was tradable. If that was, that would be easy coins, but this is untradeable. So I guess if you want to go do 50,000 coins for a pack, dang it, man, I thought I was cooking right there. I got to look at that little circle and it is blurred out with a line through it. It's not tradable. Anyways, yes, open that pack if you need Team of the Weeks. Other than that, that is not a little coin cheeky method there. The cheeky coin method would be bidding, okay? We're gonna change the cheeky coin method. Dang, I kind of rug pulled that right there. Sorry, guys. I thought that was tradable. I really did. But the market is very good for trading. Get on bids. Go bid on like the most random obscure stuff from like 2 or 3 promos ago. Path of Glory cards that are like 50,000 coins. People are still buying them because a lot of people are playing this game right now. Raul Jimenez, 37,000 coins, up 15K. He's max price. Go bid on this stuff, man. Go bid on that stuff. You'll make some coins. Anyways, dang, I feel bad about that now. Let me talk about Monday's content today. Actually, before we do that, we're all over the place. Let me take a look at some leaks, all right? Because we do have Summer Stars that is coming this Friday, very similar to Team of the Tournament. They used in this graphic the old card design from FIFA 21. Yeah, that's not the actual card design. That's a nostalgic one. But the one that we looked at yesterday, that will be the official design, the one that was on the thumbnail yesterday. So I would imagine we started to get some leaks and news for that because it is Monday and these guys are already tweeting about it. So I would imagine that that would be happening. Now, speaking of leaks, we've been expecting to hear about FC27 pretty soon because this is the week last year where we heard about FC26. And there were even some tweets saying that we might be hearing of a trailer or something along the lines of the first news of FC27 officially from EA this week. Well, FutAccountant posted yesterday that the FC27 trailer is not coming this week. I wonder if that has anything to do with the World Cup. I'm sure EA is trying to plan around that a little bit. because there's a lot of people interested in the sport right now. With the World Cup being on, I don't know, but I guess that is interesting to note that we are not getting that. I'm sure there will continue to be more leaks, though, about FC27. Yesterday, Detective Flip also mentioned that EA has shifted the color of FC27 and like the backgrounds. This is the sort of stuff that just makes me honestly not believe the leaks when he's like, oh, it's going to be blue. And then 2 days later, he says, it's not going to be blue, and they shifted the color. Are you meaning to tell me that they have completely changed the color of the menus and of like the branding for the game like a week or two before they're going to actually announce it? I would assume that's already been decided on. I would assume the cover athletes have already been decided on as well. Of course, there was those tweets about either Pedri or Jude or Ousmane Dembele or Jude. It's got to be decided. And the same thing with Cristiano Ronaldo. It's got to be decided. So I guess, we can take these leaks with a pinch of salt like we say often during this time of the year. But I just found that interesting that there was some they kind of went back on what they were saying in some earlier leaks from a few days ago regarding FC27. But no FC27 trailer this week, so we won't first get to hear about what EA is going to try to say this year to make up for what they said last year. They really started out good, but did not end good for FC26. Now, do want to talk about Footies tokens for a second as well. This is a tweet from 4 days ago because I was saying, the Rivals tokens are going to change forward from Festival of Football tokens to Footies. And then on Friday, when the Footies token store came out, they didn't. I forgot. This tweet right here explicitly says that they will be updated to Footies tokens. So the 600 tokens that show right here as Festival of Football, the way that tweet is worded makes me sound like it will be updated to Footies tokens before Rivals rewards this week. And I think that was the whole reason behind EA making the Footies token store refresh on Fridays and not on Thursdays. So I think this week it will be a good idea to get your 24 points in Rivals if you can, to try to get as many of those tokens as you can. Because 600 tokens, guys, like getting 24 points in Rivals plus what I already have of 370, which is the max number of Footies tokens that you can have right now from the daily dip and from the penalty A Star is Born live event mode. Getting all that done would be my 1,000 tokens easy. And then if there's other tokens that I can get from today's new gauntlet and stuff like that, which there will be, then we could just hold on to those objectives and not claim them and actually save them for after Friday when the token per week allotment does refresh. And let's talk about Gauntlet because that is coming today for a part of content. We know already there's 75 tokens inside of the bonus objectives. So the rewards that are showing over here right behind my face cam right now, those are the bonus objective rewards. I think we took a look at these in yesterday's video as well. It's 25 tokens for the first level there. You get an 86 by 10, an 85 by 7, an 84 by 7, an 84 by 5, and then 50 more tokens. So 75 tokens in total plus some packs. But again, that is the bonus objective only. With the way the Gauntlet worked last time, the Festival of Football Gauntlet 2, I would imagine that there would be a chunk of Footies tokens inside of that, which would be super duper nice. Of course, if you want to play Gauntlet instead of playing Rivals, that would be a nice thing to do. Choose the way you play, right? That was the whole point of what they were doing with this Footies token store and the whole token store process, the whole rewards idea behind what tokens are. So I think there should be some tokens inside of there. Of course, Gauntlet is always fun because, at this stage of the game especially, it's going to be so fun to do Gauntlet because I've got so many cards. I just did the Podolski SBC that expires today. I've got so many cards that are just absolutely cracked in my team that I never get to use. And at this stage of the game, I'm going to actually get to use 4 different squads, and they're all going to be pretty juiced with all the cards that I have. Of course, it's super easy right now with these Glory Hunter cards, with the SBCs that we have, with the objective cards that we are getting from the World Tour objectives and from the Journey of Nations objectives, all those like National Pride cards. It is going to be real easy and real fun to create unique teams for the Gauntlet. So I'm looking forward to playing that one. And that's definitely the biggest part of content today. Now, other parts of content today on Monday. SBC-wise, we have to get a showdown today. EA promised us showdowns for the last 4 games of the World Cup, both semifinals, the 3rd place game, and the World Cup final. And there is no SBC yet, and the game is tomorrow. France-Spain, play tomorrow, first semifinal game. So the SBC for a showdown has to be today, and it's going to be a short-term 24-hour showdown. My guess still is Mikel Merino and Stromeni. There's no leaks about it right now. I'm just 100% guessing, but those are my guesses for who EA should put in to a France versus Spain showdown. But that is like almost guaranteed to be today. I wonder if they'll give us both showdown SBCs today for these semifinals. Maybe we get an England and Argentina showdown as well. We will have to see, but that'll be something to watch out for. Of course, today as well, we could be getting another Phenoms SBC for a Freeman, for a Saliba, for a Nusa, because we have not seen those cards yet. We could be seeing part of that as content, and then also the 82 plus and 83 plus player picks are expiring, so probably something is going to replace those as well. Same thing, Sorlot and Podolski are expiring as well. So really, that's all that we're looking forward to today. I mean, it should be a better content day than yesterday because the gauntlet's going to be coming out with all those rewards inside of it, which will be good. But at least right now, the game is definitely slowed up a bit. I was going to say like died. I wouldn't say it's died. It's definitely slowed up a bit. But one thing I am enjoying the most is the Star is Born Cup. And let me know down below in the comments what you guys are enjoying as well. A lot of you guys mentioned yesterday that you were enjoying a few specific things about this game mode. You were enjoying a few specific things about SBCs at the moment. Kind of when I asked at the end of the video what you were enjoying and what you were doing. And of course, it is always enjoyable to make profits. Wait, who did I sell? Oh my goodness. Lazy list your cards. Holy. Somebody thought that was a 1.499 instead of a 2499. I thought it was underwater 200,000 coins on this card. Chat, this is why you list for lazies, because you never know. That is the first time that that has happened to me in a long time. I just listed that up on a whim. I thought I sold this Holland. Wow. So instead of losing 200,000 or 300,000 coins on this card, I have just made 500K because I bought that card for 1.8 million coins, maybe a little bit less than 500K, like 450K. Wow. Okay, so now I'm going to have to go lose, unfortunately, on that Holland, and that will almost wipe out the profits from this one. But still, that is crazy, man. Even in July, at this stage of the game where I know I already kind of mentioned it, but people will say, game's dead, this, that, and the other. You can maybe get some big sales on cards like that. So, list for lazies. Oh, man, I still feel bad. I said, oh, we have a coin hack today. That's my coin hack, list for lazies. Oh, man. How did I not see that Team of the Week pack was untradeable? Anyways, Team of the Weeks are very expensive. So, if there is any way that you can get a tradable Team of the Week, like EA haven't done a tradable Team of the Week SBC for a while, but let's say there's some way that you can get a tradable Team of the Week, and maybe there's another way that I'm forgetting about it right now. Exercise that option 100% if there is a way where you can get one, because that is going to be a 35,000 coin easy coin profit for you wherever you can get a Team of the Week right now. Let's open one more pack. We got 80. I want to do an 88 by 3. Let's do the 3 88 by 3s yesterday because these should be good. Hey, we got the tunnel. Striker. No. Bruh. Mike Theory. That's his gold, though, right? Yeah, that's his gold. With all the special cards that he has gotten recently, we see the gold. And then behind that, is that the Canadian from Fulham? Because that was the Fulham flag, right? Or the Fulham badge? Yes, it is. Okay. Erling Haaland. That's going to be Dube Theory for when you get a Summer Stars card this Friday. We'll take that. Let me open the last two 88 by 3s. Chat, I'm going to be playing... Chat. This is a YouTube video. I will be playing most of my games today in a weekend league, not the new gauntlet, because, the tunnel again. I do need to get my weekend league games done, but I'm very excited to play the gauntlet because I'm excited to just try out all these other cards that I have in the club that I haven't been able to use. So I will say that. We have Harrington and we have 2 Fada cards. Let's take those to the club and do one more 88 by 3, and then we will be re-ripping some packs in the stream today. YouTube stream will be on today. I know some of you guys noticed on Saturday there was no YouTube stream. And also, guys, I know that we've done a couple of activations recently. What that means for you in the community is I will be doing even bigger giveaways heading into FC27. Right away when EA announces that pre-orders are live, we're going to start running giveaways here on the streams, on the socials and stuff like that, because the least that I can do is run some giveaways and help you guys out and how you've helped me out. So we'll be giving away a ton of copies of FC27. And, you know, if you don't want to buy FC27, you win a giveaway. It'll just be a little bit of that. So you don't have to get the game if you don't want to. But if you do, we'll be sending some funds out for you guys because, again, the support from you guys this year has been unbelievable. The video a couple days ago about the EA thing that they did with college football, which was still really crazy, which they did go back on. I didn't really update you guys on that. I kind of missed out on that. I did a Twitter video on that a couple days ago, but man, that was wild. And that video absolutely popped off. So just want to show some appreciation for you guys there. And yeah, we'll be doing a bunch of FC27 giveaways once the pre-order stuff is announced. And I'll do those giveaways like right away too. Like right when it's announced and you can pre-order, I'll do it because you get the best rewards, right? Like the stuff that transfers over to FC27, the best pre-order bonus rewards for pre-ordering early. So anyways, that's a bit of an all over the place video today, but I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you again for the support as always. And I will see you in a stream today. Happy Monday. And I'll be there on Twitch and YouTube this time and TikTok. It's been TheFutAccountant. Have a great week. Peace out.